All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Reenactment to the Sky Rittenhouse uh, case of him being freed of killing two Caucasian guys, white males, and injuring another. So I'm not gonna stay too long on this because it's pretty much obvious, and pretty much everybody, you know, not that could relate, but I pretty much know they would understand, or a lot of people would understand where I'm coming from. So what I'm gonna say is, I don't know why people are upset, especially let's say the black people, right? I don't know why they're surprised or why they're upset. I don't see the reasons for it. This man did what he was supposed to do. He did what he's known to do. You know, his protection, his freedom is based on his race of people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna protect him, even though they clearly show evidence that he's lying and a lot of the information that he's speaking of doesn't add up to what really happened. I mean, well, who cares? Really, I don't care. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be protecting their young men, their young women. They're supposed to be protecting their name, their culture. You know, they're supposed to be protecting their people. That's what they do. So I don't know why people feel like it's a big deal. Like who cares? I personally don't care. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't care. You know, what good he's gonna do for me? You know, you've been proving over and over again how this whole life works, how this social norm works with people. You know, it's funny how black people specifically would complain when they see a white man do something or a white person do something to a black person and get away with it, and then complain or you know feel some type of way about it when you guys know as a cultivated people, as a culture or as a group of people based on the history that we have with white people that we need to secure ourselves. We need to do something for ourselves. We need to have our own security. And I'm not saying we could live separate from them or live in another country or anything like that. Because once you're born here, you're American. You're American just like everybody else. What I'm saying is we can have our own security, just like how you have white territories or white communities, if as you call them. We could have black communities that are civilized, that have good morals, an upstanding way of living. But we don't have that. We don't have a security system where we could keep our people in check or we deal with them according to how we see fit. We gotta go to the white man's point of view. We're still living under their tyranny. We're still living in the tyranny of their control. So at the end of the day, what is there for us to do? We're nothing but pickings. We are like animals in a pen. That's all we are. We're just animals in the pen, and we're just waiting for a day to be slaughtered. Not saying this is gonna be by. Not saying it can't be naturally. Not saying it can't be by a disease or anything like that. But the point is, we have nothing to go for the point of our lives other than the fact that we're just living under their control, that we just dying when it's our time. Whether they do it or it happened on by natural causes or it happened by us not taking care of ourselves. Or we the one killing ourselves. You know, the sheep and the wolves. We're the sheep and they're the wolves. You know, you got a herd dog that keeps the sheep in line, and then you got you got a few wolves who just try to pick them off one by one. And that's just where we are. That's our position. Why are we surprised as black people? Why are we surprised? And I don't think we are surprised. But why are we shocked? Why y'all acting like y'all shocked? You know what it is already. You know, this is how it is. Until we start doing something for ourselves, until we start protecting ourselves, until we start having morals for ourselves, loving ourselves. And not, I'm not talking about no individual bullshit either, because that individualism is not working. It's not working. That individualism thing is not working. And it's not going to work. As you can see, we've been trying to do this individualism thing for the last couple of years, and it's not working. It only makes things worse. We went from group to a small group to individualism. Every man for themselves now. Every woman for themselves. We don't even support the relationships of black culture anymore. But anyway, I'm not even going to talk long on this because there's no point. There's no point. So, we don't need to be surprised, people. We don't need to be surprised. This is what it is. We know what it is. And we know what to do to fix it. But we're too individualized to want to be confide in each other, to depend on each other. And with that said, I'm over. I'm over with this shit.